So usage of MySQL in real time. So before jumping into the topic, we need to know what is client and server. So for example, let us take an attendance management system or a student management system where I am going to mark attendance for students or even employees. So I will be having a mobile or a PC where I will be provided with the user interface. I will mark the attendance and finally I will click submit. So this is the client side. The submitted data will be sent to the server and stored there. So after processing, the server will send back a response to the user, either attendance marked or some issues. So this is the client and server model. There is a reason why I have brought this client server image in this video. Why? Because only if we understand this client server concept, we can further learn what is front end and what is back end. So knowing what is front end and what is back end is much important to know where MySQL lies in the architecture. So initially, even before computers, for example, if we mark attendance in a school, the traditional method is just marking uh, present or absent in a notebook, and whenever it is needed, take back the notebook and just refer it. So this was the traditional way of marking attendance. And after the invention of computers and all these technologies, now we will be having a mobile app or a browser link where we will be displayed with the name of the students. We will present and we will mark present or absent, and then we will click submit like this in this image. And the screen which end user sees is the front end. And after submitting, this data will be sent to the server and stored in the form of tables. So number of tables will form databases. So this is the explanation of front end and back end. So the screen where user enters any of his data is the front end, and the place where the data is stored and where user cannot access directly is the back end. So MySQL lies in the back end of the architecture, and it is a database. Now straight away we will come to the objective of this video. So this video has arisen as an answer to one of our valuable users question. So he needs to know the importance of foreign keys and join queries, and what is the role of MySQL database in a real-time project, right? So as we already discussed that user will be having a front-end user interface where he enters his data, and that will be stored in the backend. So this is the front-end and backend explanation. So now coming straight away to the topic, what is the uh, role of MySQL in real-time projects? So let us take a student management system where we mark student details, attendance, student subject marks, and other things in a MySQL database. I have designed a sample table that carries the data such as register number, name, and address. These three will be related to student personal information. Classroom column will be related to the class he belongs to, and subject column related to the subject in which the student has registered to study, then followed by attendance and mark. So this is a very simple and basic table that holds all the required details that is needed for a simple student management system. So what are the requirement of student management system? A student management system must hold personal data of a student, followed by the registered subjects, the respective classrooms, and his attendance percentage for every standard, and then final marks he got in his annual exam. So these are the five requirements of a student management system for school. All these five requirements has been brought into this single table for a simple understanding. So to make it simple, this is the place where MySQL holds uh, importance. The teachers will use front end interface to enter all the details like student detail, classroom, subject, attendance, marks, etc. So all those data will be stored in a single table. So this is the basic understanding. So right, after seeing a single table that contains almost all the kind of data, there will be a question arising: why multiple tables and why not single table? Actually, we have discussed what is single table. I mean, what single table that carries almost all the category of data like personal details. Personal detail category is slightly different from subject details, whereas subject details is slightly different from section details. But all those details were accumulated in a single table. But a proper student management system or any management system will be having multiple tables, and each table will have related data together. So we are going to find answer why these are all uh, accumulated in multiple tables rather than single table. So before that, we will see what is the disadvantage of having all the category of data in a single table. So this table is the example. First three rows contains register number, name, address and classroom of three students. So in these first three rows, subject column, attendance column and marks column are left null. So this shows some inefficiency of this table. Then followed by this three rows contains the subjects registered by the student A001, where the attendance and marks column are left null. And again, the another disadvantage is, what is the need for address details of a student where actually the subject details is alone required. So these three rows specifically mentions that the subjects registered by the student, but we cannot avoid the address data also in this row. So this is another inefficiency. And then followed by same thing, uh, the attendance percentage row of student A001 also contains address data. So there is no necessary of address data of a student row where attendance percentage is needed. Similarly, marks data. So this is a very small data set of data set to define what are the inefficiencies and what are the difficulties of storing all category of data in a single table. And also it is very difficult to fetch specific data like students register number belong to class A alone, and subjects belongs to class A alone and other things. So this is the place where this table has to be splitted into several tables of related data. So far we have discussed and found the answer of why it must be a multiple table and why not it should be a single table. Because if it is a single table that contains all category of data together in a single table, we will find values repeating, then many null values and unwanted values in each row. For example, we have denoted that address data is also present in a row where only student attendance percentage or student subject or student marks is needed. So these are very simple explanation where we can find single table inefficient. So this is the reason we go for multiple tables. So now what we will do is, we will split this table into five different tables. So student profile table. So profile table will hold only student register number and his address and location. Then the classroom table will hold student register number and section name alone. Then subject table will hold student register number and his registered subject, followed by attendance table will hold register number and attendance percentage of particular student. And then finally exam table will hold register number and exam marks. So as per our last slide, I have designed this database. So this database hold 5 tables. So profile table will have register number, name and address. So we have entered sample data also. So 5 students and the student name and his address, his or her address. Then section, student register number and section alone will be in this table. Then subject, register number and registered subject will be in this table. So it is now easy to fetch the student who are registered for subject English alone, the student who are registered for Tamil alone, or the subjects that are registered by a particular student and everything. And I think you can see the difference between this table where this particular selected rows is actually supposed to have only subject data, where address data is also unavoidable as per this table design. But in this improvised table we can find only register number and subject and no unwanted rows, or sorry, no unwanted columns and no unwanted data, except the fact that every related data is in a separate table. We finally found an optimized way of organizing data, and this is attendance percentage table where register number and attendance percentage alone present, and finally marks table. So we have splitted this student table into 5 small tables where only required data will be present in each table. But when it comes to this kind of splitted or separate tables, we cannot assure the fact that we can get only the data from single table all the times. For example, we cannot assure that we will be in need of data from a single table alone all the times. Practically, sometimes we will be in need of data that combines 2 tables or 3 tables to make a meaningful data. Or in other words, data that is present in separate tables will not be that much meaningful until it is joined with other few tables to make a meaningful data. So I have some queries here. I need student name, register number and section. So for if we need these 3 data, we need to combine profile and classroom table. This data is actually student name, register and section is actually present in 2 tables, that is profile and classroom. So we need to join these 2 data. Then student subjects registered by a particular student with the register number. So the data required in the second query, that is present in 2 tables, which is profile and subject. Then attendance attained by a particular student, profile and attendance table. Exams results of a particular student, again profile and attendance. Name of the student belong to particular class. So in a classroom table we have only register number and section. So to find names of the student who will be in a particular classroom, we need to join profile and classroom table with where class. So I will be explaining all this in a real-time query. First we will I forgot to mention that this is actually the join query. So splitting the tables into separate small tables with related data, and by the way of optimizing the tables and joining the data from different tables whenever it is needed, that gives finally the optimized system. optimized, in this case optimized student management system. So this is the place where join query comes into picture. So when we need to join data from two tables, there comes join query. So I will show you how to join two tables and display the output. So now we are going to join student name, register number and section. So to understand deeply the join queries, we have few videos that contains full outer join, right join, left join, inner join. So all these join queries has been explained in separate videos in our playlist. So you can go back and look at that videos too. So now I will write join query as per this five tables. Now we are going to join register number, name and section. Select profile dot register number comma profile dot name. So in this profile table we are going to just take first two columns alone, and then in section table we are going to take section column, comma section table dot section name from profile join section on profile dot register equal to section dot register. So so we are selecting columns from two different tables from using join query. So after from keyword, so we are mentioning two tables using join keyword on particular condition where register column of profile table must match with register column of section table and matched records will be displayed here. So actually we don't have these kind of data, register number, name and section in section table. See, register number section alone will be there, but I need name of the student also in this table. So I have joined data from profile table and section table and displayed combinedly here using join query, right? Then second join query, subjects registered by the particular student with the register number. Select profile dot register profile dot name, comma, subject dot subject name from profile join subject on profile dot register equal to subject dot register. As I said, I need data of a particular student, so I will use where class here, where profile dot register equal to triple a 001. So one register number. Okay, so the data entered here is mismatched record. So I think I have missed to add 10 here. So the subjects registered for a particular register number A001 is displayed here. with respect to where class. So in where class we have mentioned that the register number must be A001. So if we just ignore this where class, it will display for all the student. So student register number, student name and registered subjects. Right. The third joint query, attendance attained by a particular student. Same thing. Select profile dot register comma attendance dot percentage from profile. So now we are joining profile table and attendance table. So I think you can see the difference: profile table and section table, profile table and subject table, and profile table and attendance table. On profile dot register equal to attendance dot register. This will display for all the students, but if I need to find for a particular student, so we'll add a where class where it will filter for register number alone. So this is how we can join these two tables. And then exam marks of a particular student, marks dot final marks from profile join. So this will display all the marks, register profile name. So the register number, name and marks. So this two data is from profile table and this data is from marks table with respect to this register number. And then final query, names of the student of a particular class. So as per our records, we have two sections A and B. So I need to display names of a student of class A alone. So this query can be copied actually. So this will display for all the section and we can add where class. So particular section data. So I think this is a quite long example for where join queries lies in this real-time MySQL database. Then we'll come back to our next question. So the second question asked by the user is what is foreign key and why it is needed. So what is the place of join foreign key in a real-time MySQL database? So to getting answer for this question, I'll go to a table other than I will go to any one of the table other than profile table. So marks table. I'm going to enter some data 002 and his or her mark is 340. And this is not 002 and this is 006, right? Right. So every other table has register number from 1 to 5. So data of only 5 students, but this marks table has one mismatched record, that is data of a student of register number AAA006, where AAA006 register number student does not actually exist. So we have only 5 student data in profile table. Actually, this is a blunder, and this cannot or this should not happen. So this is the place where foreign key comes into picture, because any data that is entered into attendance table, marks table, section table and subject table must depend on register number from the profile table. But that is, profile table acts as a root for all the other tables, where all the tables data is based on student register number, where student register number must be present here. So any data that is entered in the other table that is not present in this table is actually a non-meaningful data. This will not make sense and this will not be displayed in any query. So this actually an efficient table, this must not happen. So this is the place where actually I told you, this is the place where foreign key comes into picture. So we must set a restriction that any data entered in attendance, mark, section and subject table that must contain a register number that is present in profile table. So we need to mention this register column from the profile as foreign key to all other tables. I will show you how. So now I will just delete this table register and subject. I will create a subject. I will create a table, same table. Create table subject register, and this data type is varchar, and subject name, this is also varchar. So we are now marking foreign key of register, that is, this the register column present in this table is a foreign key that is referred from this profile table. References of profile of register. Right. So now we have created a table with foreign key. So this must be mentioned in the place where the register is available. So I am going to create a table with the register number and subject name. And foreign key of this register column in this table is will be actually referred to register column of profile, which means whenever any data inserted in this table, the inserted value that will contain a register number, and that register number will be checked whether it is present in profile column. So only if it is present in profile column, then only it will be allowed to insert in this table. So this is actually foreign key. So there is a reason why we are getting error in this create foreign key query, because whenever a foreign key must be set for a table, that referenced foreign key column must be a primary key of that table. So actually we have not mentioned this register column as primary key here. So right now we have mentioned this register column from this profile section as primary key. So this is there is a meaning that profile table will have register number as unique ID, which means a student will have one register number and a student will have only one row in this table. Now we can easily set foreign key here. So the query is executed successfully. So I think you can see the subject table now. So there is a green key like symbol when represented that this is a foreign key. See, so primary key symbol is a yellow key, and you can see the difference between that key and this green color key. A small icon that represents a connection between two tables, so which represents that this is a foreign key that is referred from this table. So now we have created a foreign key. So what is the use of it? See, I cannot type anything here. Instead, I'll be having only drop down list box where I can select any one of the data that is present in this table. So five register number present in this table is actually displayed in this drop down. So this prevents user or a database administrator from entering a data that is not present in profile table. So fixing foreign key in all the other four tables: attendance table, mark table, section table, and subject table, prevents the database administrator or the user from entering the data that is not available in profile section. So if at all any data has to be entered in these tables, that must be present in profile table. So this is the actual usage of uh, foreign key, and also this is the uh, place where MySQL database occupies in the client server architecture and a real-time project and a real-time system. So my real-time MySQL uh, database, and we have discussed how all the category of data can be accumulated in a single table, and what are the issues in holding such kind of table, and advancing to splitted tables, and finally joining all those splitted tables then and there as per the requirement and getting the meaningful data, and finally the usage of foreign key has been explained in this video. So I think this video is useful to you. In case any queries, you can leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting us.